waste is normal, right? I mean, everyone does it. Out of sight, out of mind. But the reality is, it's not out of mind. In fact, behind that one fruit lies a much bigger problem. Across the US, 200 billion pounds of food are thrown away every single year. That's equivalent to about 40% of everything that we grow. While landfills overflow with perfectly edible food, millions of Americans still go hungry every single day. Entire communities don't have access to fresh produce, while we are privileged enough to just throw it away without a second thought. And let's be honest, a huge part of food waste happens in restaurants. Around 55% of food is wasted when it comes to the restaurant industry, yet only 1.4% of all that waste is ever even composted. This waste leads to an annual $162 billion loss in the restaurant industry. Meanwhile, farmers who grow their food are also facing their own crisis. Costs are rising and soil quality is declining. Many farmers can't even financially sustain themselves. Now, imagine if we could change that cycle. What if we could create a closed loop where restaurants send compost to local farms, farms grow fresh produce, and that produce comes right back to restaurants? Well, that's where Yard2Yum comes in. Yard2Yum is a B2B circular food network connecting restaurants and farms.
I built this app using SwiftUI and Xcode, and I drew inspiration from other polished iOS designs to build a clean and responsive interface for both iPhones and iPads. And the app allows users to first choose whether they're a restaurant or a farm. And first, let's take a look for the page for restaurants. So once we log in, for restaurants, the interface just begins with a short interactive walkthrough just explaining Yard2Yum's mission. So for example, on this page, it just says that Yard2Yum's mission is restaurants sending organic waste to us while we redirect it to composting facilities, and that in turn returns to local farms. And after this, restaurants can actually put in their own information, and they can enter details about their businesses and how many compost pickups that they would like on a monthly basis. Next, on the food donation tracker, restaurants can actually view the total pounds of foods that they've donated, and with one tap on the Ready for Pickup button, they can automatically schedule a collection. Next, in the marketplace, they're able to buy fresh produce from farms in the network using points for discounts. Now let's take a look at the UI for farms. The farm interface contains a similar slideshow to start off with the information to set up your farm, and farms are able to buy compost on the first page, and they're able to sell produce back through the same network on the second page. It also includes a system for support.
For the past 2.5 years, I've been developing Yard2Yum from an idea into a working solution. Along the way, I presented at 4 business competitions, refining the concept and gathering valuable information from both judges and peers. I've also secured around $1,200 in seed funding, which helped me launch my pilot program. I've also built countless connections with local restaurants, farms, and composting facilities to make this vision real. And the results speak for themselves. In just the past few months alone, Yard2Yum has redirected over 720 pounds of food waste from restaurants in the Massachusetts area. Food waste is a global crisis with not that many solutions. But with Yard2Yum, I've already made a real scalable solution. Yard2Yum has laid the groundwork and built key partnerships. Now I need your support to go further.